Hello there guys, my name is Joe, Gimpy Dwarf, and welcome back to another Dream Assembly update video for Space Engineers. Now you've probably seen a few more videos going out for Space Engineers, which is all good and dandy. So, what does the update come with today? We now have assembler cooperation, which basically means you can set one assembler to be a master, which controls another, like, how many that are set in cooperative mode. So they will basically, if you create a production queue in the master, the ones that are like put on cooperation mode will actually basically take some of the order and produce it, so you're separating out your production between 3 assemblers rather than the one. So that's the one thing. They've added volumetric explosions, which also means that that basically means they've tweaked with the blast and damage that rockets and things do, and armor actually absorbs rockets now rather than absolutely blow holes in the crap and all that sort of shizzle whizzle. So that's really good, and they look a bit prettier as well. The welder settings now have a help other feature, which basically allows you to set your welders in, like the welders on ships, to help others, which means when you finish creating it for them, it won't set it to you being the owner. It will still maintain them as the owner because they placed the block down. So that's really good, because usually it was the first person to finish the block is, the owner of it, which was a bit annoying. They've also added the antenna broadcasting off and on, which you can use the O key for to turn it off and on, and that basically means you can turn them off so you don't see them, but you can still receive signals from other people. So that's a good thing, so you can kind of make yourself go dark, in the broadcasting areas, and just, hide. Default world size is now 20 kilometers, which is something they haven't really touched upon on their video, but that is a thing now, so it's a bit, it's set to a smaller distance and whatnot. And the arc furnace can now refine nickel and cobalt as well as iron. So if we just go new world and go custom, and where did I go custom? Cancel. If we actually, let's go custom, see if there's anything's changed. Nothing's changed there. Let's go in the advanced. Nothing has changed here besides the limit world size. It's set to 20. So you've got 100, which is small performance issues, and unlimited, which is big performance issues. So these have, changed a little bit. And let's just turn this down because we're not going to do anything with that, and set all these to the appropriate things. Set it to creative, enable copy and paste and all this good stuff, and that's about it. So if we go okay, I did open up this normal world, didn't I? I hope so. Please to God, hope. And we're in the world. So, has anything changed much in this world? Nothing really. So, the first thing I will probably go through is the assembler cooperation mode. So, if I go G and get the assemblers, 1, 2, why am I doing that? I just need to plonk them down. So we go 1, 2, 3, set that one, and then we go, let's get some tubing and start. I know we could probably use other things to do that with, but oh well, this will do. And we'll paint these a lovely red colour and keep the other one its standard colour. So basically this assembler here requires, so which assembly is this? If we go for production, it's assembler 1. So what we want to do is we want to set assembler 1, 2, 3, 4 and maybe 5 if that's another one, to cooperation mode. So you've got enable or disable repeat mode, and you've also got disable cooperative mode here. So now it's when you tick it, it goes cooperative, and there's a little image that comes upon them. Let's set all these to be cooperative. Now we can't produce anything, but basically, I don't think anyway. Basically, if I were to do this and select an absolute sugar ton, so I've selected that in the master one. If I select it in this, it should come through, which it isn't. I think that's mainly just down to the fact we're out of materials, maybe. Probably. Let's just make some steel plates instead. So if we go like this. Now I'm thinking I maybe picked up on the wrong one. Yeah, so I picked up on the wrong one, but basically if you set an assembler to be a master without the production queue on. It should go into these, and if these are set to cooperative mode, these should help and start producing stuff for it as well. So that is a thing, but unfortunately I don't know how to get it working as yet because it's new to me too. So this one's the master, and then these three and the other one, wherever that is, would be the sort of slaves, the drones you can control from that. So that's good. And the next thing is Volumetric Explosions, which will be my favourite. So I'll set up, actually we can probably use the large ship and just put some armour on the sides and things, and then just hopefully see what happens with the damage. Okay. So we're just going to lay on some heavy armour here, and lay on some normal armour here. So what this is supposedly meant to do is it's supposedly like decreased the, well, it's the same damage, but it's increased the strength of the actual material. So it, you know, it's proper to what it's meant to do, and which is absorb the damage, because at the moment armor, if it's hit by rockets, doesn't do a fat lot. So if we go group, no, weapons and tools, and get the rockets on, if I fire at this, as you can see, it dents, drops a little bit of material, but doesn't actually break through instantly. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 15 rockets, well 15 sets of 2 anyway, and that's slowly started to break through, but that is freaking awesome how they've actually made that do that. So that's 15 shots of 2, so that's like 30 shots all in all. So if I fire this, 1, 2, I'd say 2 for that one. So this one doesn't, you know, the light armor doesn't actually take as much hits, but it still does the job. And again, if you actually look at the explosions are a little nicer as well, which is all good, because like with the explosions before, they were a bit naff and didn't work properly, and they just blew through holes everywhere. So if I actually fired at this, sure, that engine's been damaged, but you know, oh wow, but it's actually absorbing it rather than blowing straight through the middle, which is awesome. That's something that has been required in the game for a long time, because they had it set before where it was okay with the rocket damage, but you know, it's just got a little out of hand and things can just be blown, you know, blown through and stuff. So the welder setting, so if we go to the actual, there should be a welding ship over here. Oh my god, I keep turning off my jetpack. Brilliant. So if we jump in here and go okay, and find the grinders by just using the search menu, grinders. Now apparently in the grinders, if you are in a multiplayer, it's only a multiplayer only thing, but apparently you can set them to help others, so it is just like a forcive multiplayer thing that you need to have on, and basically you can select, like, set your grinder to help others. So if somebody's got something that needs welding, you know, grinding back up, or welding, sorry, it's the welder, not the grinder, that's why I'm welder. There we go, help others. So the welder on this is set to help others, so what it'll do is it will help build something, but when it comes to complete it, it won't actually like take the person's ownership of it. It will literally just weld it for you, and there'll be no issues with ownership of stuff, which is something that has been an issue in the past, where people have, you know, done stuff and welded stuff, and then people have gone, well, you know, I know you've helped me with my ship, but I can't fly it now because you've taken control over it, which is really annoying. And again, it's just a lot of faffing around to get the players on, and especially if the player isn't online at the time and you're like, oh no. So that's that one. The next one is the antenna broadcasting. You can turn it off. So if I go V and go K, antenna, not landing gear, there should be an antenna on this. Where is it? constructor, here we go. So you can enable broadcasting, so I can click that off and it doesn't actually show up on my ship anymore, but I see everything else, so it doesn't turn everything off like tab. So you can actually turn specific things off that you don't want to see. So if it's something that's not important, like the station or something like that, you can just turn it off and everything's fine and dandy. As long as you have like remote control over it, you're all good. So that's another thing. And then really the last thing is the arc furnaces. So if I jump out of here, oh sweet Jesus. Now I can't really show this to some respects, but if I find the arc furnace wherever it may be, and just do a search on arc, there we go. So if I place this down, basically with the arc furnace now, a lot like iron, if you go into it, you can put 3 different materials in it now. You can put your nickel and your cobalt in there, and it will smelt up the same speed as what iron does currently in there, which I'm unsure on myself. So that has been the update, guys. So if you guys have enjoyed this and it's been really informative, then don't be afraid to put a good or bad comment in the comment section below, and please like, favourite, and of course subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!